Baka mura.
Ma'am Emma Gimong.
Ma'am Ellen, can you hear me?
Yes, Teacher G. Good morning.
Good.
Good morning, everyone. We're sorry for the technical problems encountered earlier. The Zoom yesterday that we used accommodated at least 500 participants. But this morning, it was downgraded to 100 capacity only. So we have to change and use another Zoom subscription for us to be accommodated. The room can only accommodate 300. So for those who cannot join the Zoom room today, we also prepared a link for the live streaming via YouTube. So thank you everyone for understanding the situation of the regional office right now.
Dok Ellen, wala mi madungog Dok Ellen.
Wala pa nag-start, ma'am. Don't worry. Nahilom lang yun ang tanan. Salamat. Thank you for your cooperation, everyone.
Pag-aaral
For all of us to make the most of today's activity and have a wonderful experience, the following perfect 10 suggestions on proper etiquette in video conferencing are offered. Condition yourself for the activity by ensuring that you are prepared and available for active engagement. Dress properly for the affair by ensuring that you do not look sloppy. Test your internet facilities beforehand by ensuring that your microphone, speakers, headphones, and internet connectivity are in place. Blur your background or use a decent one by ensuring that your room or chosen background does not have distracting features. Find a quiet or private space by ensuring that your area is not vulnerable to unnecessary noise. Observe proper cueing and timing by ensuring that you get the right verbal and nonverbal cues when requesting to be recognized for a question or comment. Speak only when recognized by ensuring that your microphone and camera are turned off unless authorized. Demonstrate engagement by ensuring that you manifest active listening and balanced communication, especially during a conversation. Show reverence and appreciation for the presenter by ensuring that you give the presenter your full attention. Finally, be grateful for the opportunity by ensuring that you imbibe a positive vibe throughout the activity and being thankful for whatever takeaway you get out of the experience. Your meaningful and wonderful experience in today's activity is important to us. Thank you. The unseen enemy crept like a thief in the night, smizing cunningly at people in their sleep, and one morning took hostage of humanity by surprise as the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread its ferocious rampage the world over. COVID-19 took the different sectors by storm, and education was no exemption.
COVID-19 pandemic shocks the world. We didn't see this coming. We were caught unaware. This has created the new normal, and we have to embrace it by addressing the challenges it brings.
Determined to pursue the delivery of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, DepEd Region 10 launched its banner program dubbed as RX Adobe.
The Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, has crafted its learning continuity plans under the banner program RX Adobe, which stands for Region 10 Alternative Delivery of Basic Education. It underscores the alternative delivery modes under the remote teaching and learning. The 14 schools division offices of the region have crafted the learning continuity plans anchored on RX Adobe.
Always ready for education emergencies, DepEd Region 10 will continue its tradition of excellence in delivering its services anchored on the department's Sulong Edukalidad program.
As we pivot from access to quality, we have to consider a well-developed curriculum, improved learning environment, upskilled teachers, and take into consideration responsive multi-stakeholders cooperation. All these and more are under the program Sulong Edukalidad. But on top of this all, still health and safety are the #1 concerns of the Department of Education, especially at this time of pandemic.
Serving with heart.
Leading
with the heart. Envisioning with the heart.
Straight from the heart of DepEd Region 10.
education must continue.
To make the most of today's activity and have a wonderful experience, the following perfect 10 suggestions on proper etiquette in video conferencing are offered. Condition yourself for the activity by ensuring that you are prepared and available for active engagement. Dress properly for the affair by ensuring that you do not look sloppy. Test your internet facilities beforehand by ensuring that your microphone, speakers, headphones, and internet connectivity are in place. Blur your background or use a decent one by ensuring that your room or chosen background does not have distracting features. Find a quiet or private space by ensuring that your area is not vulnerable to unnecessary noise. Observe proper cueing and timing by ensuring that you get the right verbal and nonverbal cues when requesting to be recognized for a question or comment. Speak only when recognized by ensuring that your microphone and camera are turned off unless authorized. Demonstrate active engagement by ensuring that you manifest active listening and balanced communication, especially during a conversation. Show reverence and appreciation for the presenter by ensuring that you give the presenter your full attention. Finally, be grateful for the opportunity by ensuring that you imbibe a positive vibe throughout the activity and being thankful for whatever takeaway you get out of the experience. Your meaningful and wonderful experience in today's activity is important to us. Thank you. The unseen enemy crept like a thief in the night, smizing cunningly at people in their sleep. And one morning, took hostage of humanity by surprise as the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread its ferocious rampage the world over. COVID-19 took the different sectors by storm, and education was no exemption.
COVID-19 pandemic shocks the world. We didn't see this coming. We were caught unaware. This has created the new normal, and we have to embrace it by addressing the challenges it brings.
Determined to pursue the delivery of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, DepEd Region 10 launched its banner program dubbed as RX Adobe.
The Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, has crafted its learning continuity plans under the banner program RX Adobe, which stands for Region 10 Alternative Delivery of Basic Education. It underscores the alternative delivery modes under the remote teaching and learning. The 14 schools division offices of the region have crafted the learning continuity plans anchored on RX Adobe.
Always ready for education emergencies, DepEd Region 10 will continue its tradition of excellence in delivering its services anchored on the department's Sulong Edukalidad program.
As we pivot from access to quality, we have to consider a well-developed curriculum, improved learning environment, upskilled teachers, and take into consideration responsive multi-stakeholders cooperation. All these and more are under the program Sulong Edukalidad. But on top of these, still health and safety are the #1 concerns of the Department of Education, especially at this time of pandemic.
Serving with heart.
Leading
With a heart. Envisioning with a heart.
Straight from the heart of DepEd Region 10.
education must improve.
Hello po, and good day, Amihang Mindanao Region 10. Finally, this is it. I am your host for today, Teacher Giselle, wishing you well on the third day of our virtual training dubbed as Regional Training on the Utilization of the K-12 Transition Curriculum for Learners with Disabilities. Mabuhay! All the way from Malaybalay, dili ka magmahay. I hope everyone is ready. The participants, the facilitators, the speakers, and the tech team. All systems go. To start with, please take a moment of silence for the prayer, and this shall be followed by a nationalistic song, all presented via multimedia.
Bayang magiliw, perlas may silanganan, alap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyad ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisi. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong baga, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magdidinig. Lupa ng araw ng walhating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Dear God, we praise and honor you as the Lord of our lives and the Lord over all the earth and beyond. We pray, O God, for your mercy and forgiveness, especially in times when we forget about you and fail to follow your word. O God, we thank you for coming into our lives and remind us that there is always hope for those who pray and believe. For all that we have, our lives, our work, our families, our neighbors, our co-workers, our friends, and even those against us, for whom we also pray. Thank you. O God, as one family, as one department of education, teach us to serve you and your people without counting the cost. Teach us to humble ourselves in the name of public service and serve others above our personal interests. And help us to put our faith in action and see you in everything we do and all those we serve, especially our learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Guide and lead our learners, teachers, administrators and staff, family, community, and stakeholders to become faithful to our core values of makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, and makabansa, and enable us to contribute to building the nation and the world, and to make us worthy stewards of all your creation. We bring back all the glory and honor to you, O Lord, our God. Amen.
Once again, a wonderful morning to all of us. Just a little reminder to everyone to please turn off your mic to avoid interruptions and delay during discussions. And also, Ma'am Ellen is reminding all of us to submit yesterday's reflection and attendance for us to be eligible to receive the certificate of participation. And speaking of attendance, let us check who are still present till this day. So when I call the name of your division, please turn on your camera for us to see that you are really here, listening and watching, and please type the name of your division. Again, there are two directions. Number one, please turn on your camera. And number two, type the name of your division. So thank you. And to those who have slow connection, just type your division. So it's okay. Now let's start. Can we see the faces of the participants from the division of Bukidnon? Type, please type po your division in the chat box and please turn on your camera. From the division of Bukidnon. Bukidnon pa po. Okay, next. Second, we have from the participants from the division of Cagayan de Oro City. Okay, hi po mga taga Cagayan de Oro. Thank you so much. Next, from the division of Camiguin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am. Here we
Morning,
are.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you po. Next. Okay, next is from the division of Hingoog City.
Good morning from Division of Ingog City.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Next, we have from the division of El Salvador City. El Salvador. Meron bang taga El Salvador?
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. Okay.
Morning,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you so much. Next is from the division of Iligan City. We have Ma'am Celeste, Geraldine, Elsinore. Okay, so ito lang po yung taga Iligan City. Okay, thank you so much. Next, participants from the division of Lanao del Norte. Nandyan ba sina Ma'am
Good
Dainil?
morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Hi.
Jay. Hi.
Hi.
Good
It's good to see you here.
morning. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And of course, from the division of Malaybalay City. My kapwa spedders in Malaybalay.
Morning.
Good morning, spedders.
Morning.
Okay, thank you so much. Next, we have the participants from the division of Misamis Oriental.
Di man ko sa bukid ng Malaybay City. Amisa di kay di misa pa. Kasi kayon pa kay ko.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Ma'am Ranulfo Barete.
Nag-on na ka.
Hi po, mga taga Misamis Oriental. Thank you so much.
Kaya nabi.
Misamis Occidental. Sorry about that. Okay, meron bang taga Miss Oc? Good morning, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, I can see you
Miss Oc
typing
po.
your division.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, we have the participants from the division of Oroquieta City.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello po, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you so much. And next, we also have participants from the division of Ozamis City. Ozamis City.
Good morning.
Sina Ma'am Pearl. Good morning, sir. Ozamis City. Please type your division in the chat box. Yung taga Ozamis po. Okay. And then, we have the participants from the division of Tangob City.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Hi.
Ma'am.
Good morning po sa inyo.
Morning, ma'am.
Okay, and last but not the least, our neighbor city, the participants from the division of Valencia City.
Kung ako ni magkasabikon, og si Conra.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning po, ma'am.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much. Okay, thank you all so much for your cooperation. It's nice to see all the beauties in
Sige.
Region 10. So I can see that you are also excited because, of course, it's the last day and it's a Friday fly day. Now, this is now the final leg of the regional virtual training on the utilization of K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities. So few more hours and we're over and done. I hope you still thirst for learning, relearning, and unlearning despite the overwhelming insights gained from the first 2 days of the training. Now, let's do the recap of what transpired from yesterday's interaction So here's our education program supervisor, Dr. Ellen Delante Cabahog, to remind us. Virtual applause, please.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the last day of our activity. My apology for what had happened earlier. We experienced technical problems due to the capacity of the Zoom that was used yesterday. It can accommodate the 500 participants, but today we were shocked that it can only accept 100 participants. So we have to move to another Zoom room, which can accommodate only 300 participants. Our apology again to the other participants who cannot be accommodated in this room. Please join the live streaming on YouTube. I have posted the link here, and also you may also send the link to your co-teachers who were not able to join us in this room. So our apologies po, that due to the technicalities of the activity. This is the first time that the office used the subscription of the Zoom accounts that we purchased in the office. So life must go on, and we must go on in spite of the problems that we experience. And we hope that you understand the status of our activity. So I'm Cecile. So yesterday we had a fruitful discussion with our invited speaker. So I would like to know what are the things that you learned yesterday. So I will post the link in the chat box. We will use again the Multimeter for a while. Here is the link. Okay. And please use the code 76482382. So let us hear your thoughts of yesterday's activity. Waiting for your answers. Hope you were able to access the Mentimeter. We are waiting for your answers. Can you access the Mentimeter now? Okay, we have two answers. There are 300 participants in the Zoom room. 5 has already shared their answers for today. So the answers here: curriculum framework, learner-centered curriculum, transition package, transition curriculum, enrichment package, life skills package. Some more? There are already 43 participants who shared their thoughts of yesterday's activity. Some more are coming. Our greetings to our education supervisors in charge of SPED who are with us in this platform and in the live streaming at YouTube. Hello sa atong mga kauban na teachers na naa sa YouTube karon nagtanaw because we cannot be accommodated in the room. 97, 98. Some more coming. If you can see, there are big words inside this bubble. That's transition package, curriculum, transition curriculum, and curriculum framework, enrichment package. That means more people type in these words. 112. Talisayan Central School. Thank you. Livelihood package, livelihood skills, skills to live and enjoy. Diversity of learning, desired outcomes or desired exit, continuing education, modified curriculum. Okay, so there are 150 already. Sige, balikan tayo na siya later. Keep your thoughts coming. That will be recorded and we'll share that later. So, thank you very much for your cooperation, and I know this is a premature announcement to all of you, but this afternoon I will be joining a meeting with Director Greg and his staff, and we'll have initial planning for another capability building for our teachers for Region 10. According to Director Greg, it's a 1-year memorandum of understanding with UP Los Baños and DepEd Region 10. And another one is he also connect me to the Dean of Miriam College about the Wesleyan something. And if you're interested, Dean John Mark will be sending to me the programs. I have to wait for his email because he can give you, if you're interested, a 1 year professional development. It's a 30% discount for Region 10 teachers. So we'll keep you posted and updated with this engagement that we just started with UP Los Baños through Director Greg Pawilin. So there are more coming. We hope, and Sir Greg planned to implement this training maybe next year. We'll have initial planning, and I'm sure there will be more to come. He already sent me initial topics that will be included, and his staff to deliver those training for all of us. So I hope that would spark your day in spite of the trials and the difficulties we encountered, not just technical problems, not just technicalities of webinars, but in our day-to-day life. We hope that we can see the other part of other side of life, that it is still a beautiful life to live. So let's just continue. And with may I use the words of Director Greg yesterday, that these learners are blessed, and I'm sure we are also blessed because we have opened up our hearts for them. And so it is even a personal testimony for me that teaching these learners, you have blessed their lives and you are also blessed. So I hope even though it's difficult, it's challenging handling them, may you continue to open up your doors, your hearts, to cater to our learners with disabilities. According to Ma'am Joy Sabanpan, our former regional supervisor, you have already a place in heaven. So that's good news for all of us. And may we continue to be a blessing to them, for they are also a blessing to all of us. Okay? So that's a personal testimony of how my life has been blessed because of these children. Sige, balikan nato ang atuang yan. So some more are coming. It's 191. Big word here is curriculum framework, enrichment package, transition curriculum, pre-voc package, livelihood package, life skills, transition program, transition package. So thank you very much. I'm happy that you have all of these things learned yesterday, and we hope we will continue to learn more and capacitate ourselves as we continue to reach out, to share and accommodate these learners that God has entrusted to us. So thank you, everyone. For those who still want to give their thoughts on this, the line is still open. You can still share whatever thoughts you may have. So thank you, everyone. And let me give back the virtual floor to Miss G, Teacher G. What's your decision?
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Ellen, for facilitating our recap. And of course, the whole training. Thank you so much, Ma'am Ellen. And please, everyone, shall we give Ma'am Ellen our finger heart or the Korean heart? Please turn on your camera and please give your heart to Ma'am Ellen. Anyone? Everyone? 1, 2, 3. So that's for you, Ma'am Ellen. Thank you so much. Okay, so reminding the participants to keep their mics muted during the discussion because we could still hear someone talking in the background. Okay, thank you so much. And should you have questions, please reserve them later or write down in the chat box. And please stay in the whole duration of this training for the attendance. Thank you so much. So today's activity will be divided into two parts. Part one will be the continuation of our training, and we still have one skills package for discussion. And part two is the much awaited closing program. So without further ado, to complete the total package of skills needed by our learners, we have the last invited speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow spedders, we have Dr. Emelita F. Ray, Education Program Supervisor from Division of Valencia City to talk on Career Skills Package. Our virtual applause, please.
Thank you so much, Teacher G. How about my Teacher G? Okay lang? Audio.
Yes po, we can hear you.
Doc M,
Yes, ma'am.
ipaki-adjust sa imuhang camera so we can see your full face. Naputol siya, ma'am. Yes, that's better. Thanks, Doc M.
Welcome, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Ayaw.
Ikaw. Total ko.
Just ang camera down.
Okay. Sige. Teacher G, okay na ang presentation ako?
Yes po, Ma'am M.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning to everyone. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Mayong buntag, Region 10. Greetings coming from Valencia Division, the city of Golden Harvest. To our Regional Director, Director Art Bayukot, to our Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Vic, to our CLMD Chief, Ma'am Perry, to our very dynamic, very supportive, our SPED focal person in the region, Dr. Ellen Delante Cabahog, the 14th Division focal person, our loving, our caring, special education teachers, and receiving teachers, again, Mayong Buntag from Valencia. The topic assigned to me, the last topic of the packages, which is the walkthrough of the K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities career skills package. But before we'll tackling that package, allow me first to give this quotation coming from George Ivans. Every student can learn, just not on the same day or in the same way. Yes, it is true. We as teachers in special education, we are very hopeful that our learners entrusted in us can learn. Maybe not in the same day or they have different pacing. Some will learn right away, others may took a month, a year to learn. They are also learning not in the same way, not in the same style. So we must have to employ different strategies coming from the teacher. But what is important to us, they are learning coming from us. So for the introduction of career skills, learners with disability who are enrolled in career skills are expected to develop the necessary or the essential competencies that will enable them to plan for, or they can establish an ability to plan for and set their individual career goals or their target. They can recognize their functional strength and weaknesses so that they have prepared mindset for work and career. So we see recognizing the functional strength of our learners, we teachers have a big role to this because this strength is a thing that we can leverage, we can improve, we can increase, or these are the things that we can use to push them up. And it is not only the strength of our learners, but we should also to recognize the weaknesses of our learners. But these weaknesses cannot be considered as their downfall. So we have a role as a teacher to improve these weaknesses. We can build this one. We can develop this one. Slowly, through our assistant, we can turn these weaknesses into a functional strength that we can use so that we can have a means of living. For career skills are considered to be key to making the successful transition to any of the three exit outcomes. First, from home to school. According to a regional focal person, our bata coming from home is nothing. Wala, tabula rasa. But they have in our school, they are entrusted in our hands. That is why learners from home to school should take up the 7 packages. Second, from the SPED Center to inclusion classes. So we have 7 packages. Those learners from the SPED Center to any inclusion classes will only take the 5 packages except for pre-vocational and livelihood packages, for the reason that these are included in our K-12 curriculum. And then from school to employment and entrepreneurship, this is now the time that they are almost ready to land or to have a job. For the description, this package is designed to assess students in acquiring the abilities and attitude necessary to be successful in career and life. So we see our role is to assess our student to acquire, to have, to gain that abilities, that learning, that necessary attitude that to be successful in their choosing career and the life path they want to pursue. It also emphasizes awareness and beginning exploration of future educational and occupational possibilities. So when we say educational, it depends on our result of assessment. But some, after finishing some of the packages, they can have their job so that they can have their means for living. They are aware on making the decision making. This is very important to our learners that we should have to teach them how to make their decision for good. And then skills development. When you see skills, this can be acquired through learning from us, from experts. And career-related and work-related decision making. The program also stresses the self-concept development and the acquisition of skills in developing an interpersonal relationship. This is very important to our learners. And also this includes employment readiness or the preparedness of our learners to learn to perform the necessary job, career information, career goals or their target. It can be a short-term target or a long-term target. Knowledge to achieve career goals and skills to achieve that career goals. For the learning outcomes, the career skill package is offered to learners with disabilities upon the completion of the following packages. First, the enrichment. So we know that enrichment it deals with the dance, the song, the arts, the sports. Functional academics. So we are dealing to them to have learning in the different learning areas. The life skills, the care skills package, which are the basic fundamental competencies. Hence, the learner are expected to have, to gain, to acquire the necessary knowledge, the appropriate values, and necessary skills about their chosen career towards employment readiness. So these are the content and the content standard for our career skills package. We have 3 content: career planning, career valuing, employment readiness. So when we see career planning, we want to identify the good within our learners. So the standard demonstrate or show understanding of their strength, their weaknesses, their talents, and skills in relation to transition to employment. So we see strength again. This is the thing that we can increase, improve, or leverage. When we see weaknesses, this is not a downfall to them because we are in their side, in their front to help them to augment that weaknesses to become a functional strength. Their talent that is innate. So if we observe our learners that is very good in dancing, very good in singing, we should have to develop that one. The skills, which is can be learned through us, through and in relation to their transformation to transition to employment. So as a teacher, as a special education teacher, we should have to give them or our learners a hands-on experience. So we can give them an individualized instruction or a support to develop their acquired skills. Career valuing, this is the ideals, the motive, the beliefs of our learners, and the standard. Demonstrate positive attitude towards career. Sometimes, as teacher, we are affected of what happened to our learners. But as a teacher, we should be serving them as a role model of those positive attitude. We should be positive to them, positive to their learning, to their talents, to their skills, and even to their weaknesses, so that this one can turn into a functional strength. And the last content is employment readiness, or it entails the preparedness of our learners to learn and to perform the necessary job in the future. The content standard is generalization, the perform the actual job related tasks in the workplace. So this is a very good example in our division because we have some learners in the transition program that are being hired as casual in our LGU. So ni-use na nila ang ilang learning in some of the packages. The content areas and topics. So we have again 3, the career planning, career valuing, employment readiness. For the topic under career planning is the awareness, career information, career goals, when I say this is a target, and career planning. For career valuing, the topic is career valuing also. Employment readiness is also the topics is on employment readiness. This is an example of what is the content standards, the performance standard, the learning competency, and the code. For we have 3, career planning, career valuing, and employment readiness. For career planning, the abbreviation is small letter CP. Under planning, awareness, information, goals, and planning. For the content standards, our learners should demonstrate understanding of developing a career plan. For performance standard, our learners should develop and prepare a career plan based on their chosen profession or vocation. We have 4 learning competency under career planning. First, identify their strengths, their weaknesses, their talents, and skills. So as what I have said, this is very important because this is our basis on how we can help our learners. Second, and the code for this is TP stands for Transition Program, capital CP Career Package, small CP is Career Planning, NG stands for the grade level, which is non-graded, and 1 is the learning competency number 1. Second, learning competency is match their strength, their talents, and skills to possible exit or job opportunities. Kaya tayong mga teacher, dapat nating itambal ang mga strength, ang mga talents, and skill ng ating mga bata kung ano ang packages na pwede sa kanila or ano ang posibleng trabaho na pwede nilang pasukan. So we have that code. The third, prepare a career goals. So as what I've said, this is the target for our learners. Number 4, learning competency under career planning is to develop a plan based on the chosen profession or vocation. It can be short-term plan. So maybe after having some of the packages, they can have the job. So their plan now is how they can be promoted in that present job. A long-term plan to have a business. Like for example, yung sinabi ni ma'am na street foods, yung mga quick, pwede. And it should be successful business. So we have also the code. The second content is career valuing with an abbreviation of small CV. So the content standard demonstrate understanding of the underlying concept principles of career valuing. For the performance standards, apply career valuing based on the chosen career path. Sabi ni Sir Greg kahapon, ano ba ang path na gustong ipagpatuloy ng ating mag-aaral? So depende yan sa ating assessment. So the learning competency, we have 3. First, again, we should have to assess to help our learners to identify their positive and negative attitude towards career. Second, display a positive regards towards career, which is show appreciation in one's abilities. Yan talaga ang pwede nating maibigay sa ating mga bata. Kung ano yung mga talents, mga skills, or the abilities, what is the value, we should have to appreciate that one. Dapat natin yan ikagalak, dapat natin yan ika-happy because of that. Second, shows appreciation in one's chosen career path. So after the assessment, if ang ating bata ay sabi, gusto ko sa TESDA or gusto ko doon sa regular, depende yung sa assessment natin, we should have to appreciate that one and to support our learners. Third, demonstrate career valuing. This is very important. We should have to instill in the mind and the heart of our learners the word punctuality should be punctual. Like for example, if they have already the job, they should be report early to their job, the diligence and industriousness. So dapat sa nandito pa ang mga bata sa atin, yan ay dapat na natin i-impart sa kanila itong mga value na ito. The third content is the employment readiness, which stands for small ER letter. So the content standard demonstrate understanding of the actual job-related tasks. For the performance standard, apply actual job-related tasks in the workplace. So we have two learning competency. First, demonstrate the ability to choose and decide on the type of employment that the learners with disability wants. First, we see competitive employment. From the word competitive, they can compete to the regular person because our learners coming from the 7 packages acquired the necessary abilities, the necessary knowledge, the necessary values that they can compete even with our normal person in terms of work, in terms of the abilities to perform the work. Second, supported employment. From the word support, this is actually intended for learners with disability. We should have to help them to enter in the labor force. And we know that is, I don't know the Republic Act, but mostly according to that Republic Act, 10% of the workers in that particular maybe LGU or the mall, it should be coming from the person with disability. So mostly of the the workers in the supported employment is they can land a job because of our help. A very good example of that is the two teachers of Valencia City Central School in the person of Ma'am Rose Dimit. Ma'am Dimit is not only focused on giving learning to her learners, but including on how to have a job for their living. And also our teacher, si Ma'am Ting Ongon, she has this kainan and car wash, and mostly the workers are coming from the SPED center, and they are what we call, they are part-time worker in that kainan and car wash of Mrs. Ongon. Next, sheltered employment. Our workers, our learners, or the learners with disability or this person with disability are already in the workforce. What the company did is to give a training, to give a services to improve his or her performance in that present job, and also his or her behavior. So this is a training intended for them. That is sheltered employment. The last is the customized employment. We see customized what the employer and employee, which our learners with disability are in between to serve their needs what. Second, learning competency is perform the actual job related tasks in the workplace. We have 3: immersion, apprenticeship, and follow job related instruction. Way back in 2019, that is the first time I stepped on the ground of the special education room in Valencia City Central School. I cannot imagine a teacher bringing all those 5 to 7 learners in Gaisano Mall. And I asked the teacher, "Ma'am, ano yan?" Sabi niya, "Ma'am, ito po ang tinatawag nating field trip. Kasi ang ginagawa po namin, ma'am, in-orient namin ang mga learners natin sa mga possible job na pwede nilang pasukan. So sa hospital, doon sa LGU, yan ang ginagawa nila. So, and then, that is why I said we should have to instill also the values, the positive abilities and capacities to our learners so they can follow also their job-related instruction coming from their head or supervisor. So for the Legion, content and the code, the career planning is small CP, career valuing is CV, employment readiness is small ER. For the Legion, we have this TP for transition program, CP for this career package, C is on the content on career awareness, NG was non-graded, is the grade level, 1 is the learning competency number 1. So this is a very good example of what I have said. So nakita ninyo, yan si Honey, isang blind na partially or casual or job order sa ating LGU. Second picture natin is si Ramil Istakuha, isa din blind with Ma'am Limit. Naka-anchor sila ng isang radio station dito sa Valencia. Itong dalawa parang sa wellness massage yan. So these are the learners with disability in the workplace. So this is again the quotation. We need to add to the 3 R's, namely reading, writing, and arithmetic, and the 4th is responsibility. But according to Sir Greg, that is not our responsibility, but our commitment and dedication. And we should have to serve our learners with love, with companion, so that they can be a successful, a functional, and a productive citizens or individual in their locality. Thank you so much and good morning to all of us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much to our resource speaker, Ma'am M from the Division of Valencia City. Thank you so much, Ma'am M, for the thought-provoking discussion about career skills package, which our learners can truly use as they take on bigger roles in life. So thank you so much, ma'am. So to our participants, if you have some questions to Ma'am M, please type them in our chat box and Ma'am Ellen will read them on your behalf. So our Ma'am Ellen will be reading the questions. So do you have some questions? Ma'am Ellen?
Ma'am M, thank you very much for your time. Yeah, we have questions here. Let me check the questions for a while. From El Salvador, Cyril, Marie, I forgot. What agency of the government po to seek help if a business company will refuse to accept persons with disabilities in employment?
Yes, I cannot give you the exact agency, but we can have siguro together tayong lahat, hanapin natin yung Republic Act that what I have said, that 10% of the employee of a certain institution should be coming from our learner. Siguro, Ma'am Eden, can you help me to answer that question?
Search for standing.
Ma'am M.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I agree with you. There is a, I forgot also, that part of the equal opportunities, AOP, equal employment opportunities, for a while.
Actually.
Okay. in the God gender and development, and I guess that was also mentioned by our regional director on the first day of our activity, equal employment opportunities for all. And he also made mention that even in the regional office, there is already we already have one employee here. So we have to look for this. Sige, I'll ask our focal person in the GAD for this. So I'm sure this is true to all agencies and institutions to give equal opportunities in employment to all our learners with disabilities. This has also been a problem not only in El Salvador or even in Cagayan de Oro City, even in Malaybalay, from where I came from. Deaf would text me to help them where to apply for work so that they can be accepted and be able to find a job. So I'll include that in the materials, yung God, okay? Para you can make use of this as a reference. Our learners, I have one learner from Malaybalay who transferred here in Cagayan de Oro City. He underwent a training at ganing dati na Don Mariano na school, and there was a sponsoring group. I don't know, I forgot about that. I was able to talk this one with Ma'am Sol. I forgot the family name of Ma'am Sol. And then they trained the deaf, and then after that naa sila on the job training, then naa din sila OJT in one of the malls here, I guess. I don't know, Cagayan de Oro City. I hope you can help me fill the information about this, or BAM, if you're listening right now. So there is a partnership with the school, the parents, and the community. I also made mention yesterday, and I guess on the first day also, that we really need to strengthen our partnership with our stakeholders because they are our partners. Diba? According to an old African quote, that it takes a village to raise a child. So we need each other to help this child. So yun, strengthen our collaboration, strengthen our partnership, LGU, so that we can help them and be able to transition them from school to their workplace. I remembered our experience when we were in Korea last 2016. We visited a school. It's a school for learners with disabilities from kindergarten to secondary. Makita gid nimo ang partnership between the school and the community. Why? While the child is still on the job training, they already have a partner institution where the child can work. Okay? If the child will produce soap, mga sabon, or mga ceramics, they already have a partner school, partner store where they can display their work. For those who wants to be barista, they already have a store na pwede dito maka-work, maka-practice ang bata. So it's the whole community working. It's not just the school, it's not just the parents or the school and the parents. We need the community. So naanay sure nga mudawat sa bata upon the completion of their like secondary level. So naanay mudawat sa bata. In short, dili na malibog ang ginikanan pay padulong ang ilahang bata. Okay? For those who has the finances, the money, and the sources, some of them, naghimo sila ilang kaugalingon nga bar and serve as one of the baristas. So mga inana siya ang ilahang kabuhaton dito. So I guess we really need to help them, train them, give them the necessary skills needed, and then again work in collaboration with the community. And I guess that's already a step we can make so that we can help these kids transition from one place to another. Orokyata, gahimo sila og bakery, tama ba ko? And then ila na pong ipangbaligya. And Malay-Balay also, nanapon sila transition sa baking, and they were also supported for their supported pud sila sa, I guess there's one institution that supported them when it comes to the equipment used. So yun, I hope that answered the question. Another question here, because of the status quo, the labor market is extremely competitive these days. Yes, it's true. Was the department able to conduct a survey to determine which industries would accept these LWDs in their field? Industries would accept survey. I don't know with this Dr. Ikoben. I'll still have to ask central office if they have made a survey when it comes to this. Are there skills relevant to the needs of these industries? How do you address the space that LWDs require in our labor force in order to establish long-term employment? So as I mentioned, this transition skill is already a step for them that can prepare them for future employment. So it's up to us. How are we going to equip them? Can we do something to help them, or are we doing something to help them? These kids are in your hands. Okay, so I want to pose that question to you, to all of you. Have you made what you call this, an impact? Maybe, I'm sure you have done your best to help them. So as I've said, it's up to us with the partnership of the parents, give them the necessary skills that they need in order to equip them in this very extremely competitive world. How do you address the space that learners with disabilities require in our labor force in order to establish long-term employment? Again, it's partnership and it's equipping our learners. If we only have the resources like what Ma'am Ping has done in Valencia City, why not? This has been our dream with Malay-Balay Sped Teachers, to put up something where we will hire our deaf learners or other learners with disabilities. If you have the resources, why not? If you are been blessed financially, why not share your blessings so that you can hire and employ these learners? But for now, I guess we really need to work hand in hand, to work together and prepare these kids so that they are qualified and be able to help themselves and be able to participate fully in the community. I hope I was able to answer Dr. Ikoben your queries. Thank you. Some more questions. Will a company be penalized if they refuse to employ a person with disability who is capable of the work applied for? You can make use of Republic Act 7277, the Magna Carta for persons, RA, tama, RA Republic Act 7277, the Magna Carta for persons with disabilities. Yun. Actually, this Republic Act that supports our learners with disabilities, keep this in your file for future purposes. Years ago, I received a call from a parent asking for help with regards to bullying of his son by the neighbors. I just referred him to the RA, this one, and highlighted what item in that order she can use to defend the son with disability. Again, there's a comment here from Ping, Persons with Disability Affairs Office, maybe in the LGU. Again, yun, partnership. This PEDAW office is working and they're very active helping our PWDs. Before the pandemic, at Father William Masterson, under Teacher Meets, Palandra, they have internship program for their transition students and preparation for employment. Yeah, I have heard about this, and I really appreciate the efforts of the teachers doing their initiative to help the learners. So again, this is in partnership with the people that surrounds the child. From Ronelo Bonga in our LGU, we have PDAW office, and in the CSWD have a PWD section. They can assist to connect us with companies sa mga PWD na gusto mag-work or apply for work. Thank you, Miss Christine Libot. And in Malaybalay, mas makakuan ko sa Malaybalay no, kataga Malaybalay man ko. In Malaybalay, we already have one deaf working in the provincial government. Na may isa nag-work din ha. We also have one working at the Seed Press, na San Isidro Diocese printing press. We have one deaf working in there. So, kana lang. LP4Y, Sir Ronilo. Ay, Ma'am Sol Dalonos. Yes, Ma'am Sol Dalonos to siya ang naking partner with an agency that trained the deaf learners at Don Mariano, and then internship din sila in one of the malls here in Cagayan de Oro City. Thank you. Naade ko no sila sa SM, Ororama, Jollibee stores. They are hiring deaf. So, kinsa to nanguntanaan ni gani si Ma'am El Salvador. So SM, and I remembered in SM Premier, Downtown Premier, if you visit the fourth floor, ang kanang CR sa my fourth floor, tama ba ko? Na ay deaf din ha nga ga maintain. And naa siya uniform nga naay nakasulat sa likod na he is a person, he is deaf. So I was able to talk with him once kaya nagkita mi sa taas. So yun. And he's very accommodating how that happened when I was still pregnant. When he saw me, he directly guide me to the PWD and the pregnant CR room. Yun. Then when nagtalikod na siya, I saw that he was deaf. So paggawas na ako, I talked to him. Master Son from Sir Romeo Balandra. Master Son has partnership with Pizza Hut and Hotel Coresco. Yes, na ako'y nakuanan nga nag-internship ang mga bata sa Hotel Coresco here in Cagayan de Oro City. Even in City Hall na ay mga deaf na work. So I guess that's it. Thank you, Sir Bom. Strengthen your partnership with the local social welfare, LGU. They can help and they have the money to assist us. So, yun lang. Balik ko na ako, hang. This is a community working for the benefit of our learners. Dili lang kay kaya nato ning tanan. So, reach out and establish linkages. Kabalo manggid ko na ana nanyo mga linkages kay ang SPED dili mabuhi kung kita lang. We really need to strengthen our relationship with the community to help us. Okay. Some more? There's one another in the city government di ay. So kung naay nag-work sa Malaybalay, nag-isa nga nag-work sa DNR, then naapoy nag-work sa city government of Malaybalay. Okay. And in Malaybalay City Central School, there is a deaf working in the office hired by the LGU. So sa Malaybalay City Central School, naanay deaf nga nag-work sa Malaybalay City Central School hired by the LGU. So again, Daymore, yeah, I heard about Daymore and was able to attend their activity last time. This is a community for the deaf. Okay, so I guess that's all. Again, let me say this again. It takes a village to raise a child. Okay? So it's a work of all, especially virgins from Amping. One deaf was also hired in Valencia, Fibico. In Aurora, Macogon, there's also one in the vegetable section. So see, strengthened our partnership, reach out, establish a partnership with the community, with the stakeholders, because they can assist us, our learners transition from school to employment, from school to their workplace. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for those who shared their thoughts on the transition program. And thank you for the information. So we know there are a lot of learners with disabilities who are employed now. So what we can do in school, together with the parents, equip the child with the necessary skills, and our transition curriculum can help us in training them. Would like to give back to Ms. G.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Ellen. Should you have more questions, you can ask Ma'am Ellen via Messenger, and also you can ask your EPS in your division. I know they can answer, no, because I know you have more questions in your mind. So please, don't hesitate to ask them. So thank you so much. So I guess now we are going to hand in virtually the certificate of recognition to our
Teacher
resource
G,
center.
Teacher
Yes,
G
ma'am.
for a while.
Yes.
There is a food stall in Ayala beside Mang Inasal. The food stall is organization of Daymore Deaf Community. I know Daymore is a deaf community, so basig sila ang tag-iya ani or sila nag-organize ani. Pangitaon ko ni sila. So, yun. They have the deaf have new food chain opened here in CDO. Damor. Unsa gini siya? Deaf Association of Misamis Oriental. Tama ba ko? The more you eat, the more you love in Ayala Mall. O, diba? Ayun, wala ko na nakita. Ma'am Elsinore, before pandemic, I have a deaf assistant in my class and he is locally paid. Okay, tama. Deaf Association of Misamis Oriental, Daymore. So, they also organize activities for the deaf and I was able to join them last time during the international deaf something. So good, they already have a store in Cagayan, Pangitaon Tana. Okay, so back to you, Miss G.
Okay, thank you so much for that information, Ma'am Ellen. So at this time, are we ready now to hand in virtually the certificate of recognition to our resource speaker? Ma'am Ellen?
For a while, G, for a while. Let
Okay.
me share the screen.
I know Ma'am M is excited already. Shout out po sa lahat ng mga SPED teachers, mga coaches. Hope this pandemic will end so that we'll meet again. Okay, let me read to you the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 10, Northern Mindanao. Certificate of recognition is awarded to Dr. Emelita F. Ray for her valuable contribution as resource speaker during the regional training on the utilization of the K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities via Zoom conducted by Curriculum and Learning Management Division on November 24 to 26, 2021. Presented in Cagayan de Oro City on November 26, 2021. Signed, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot, CESU 3.
Thank you so much.
Virtual applause, everyone.
Again, Ma'am thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Okay, Miss Chi.
Okay, so I think that's a wrap for the first part of our activity for today. So please stand by for our closing program. So we'll be giving you 5 to 10 minutes break, Ma'am Ellen. Is that good? Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, see you in 10 minutes. Bye. Okay, hello, and I'm back. So before we start, no, I would like to say hi to all my SPED teachers from all over the 14 divisions of Region 10. So hi po sa lahat ng mga SPED teachers ngayon. My cousin from Bulwa Central School, Teacher Casey, hi. If you are watching right now, my friend, SPED teacher in Camiguin, Ma'am Marjorie, and sa lahat po ng mga coaches na nakasama ko noon sa palaro, hello po sa inyong lahat. And hopefully po, we can meet again someday. So are we all here? Can I see your camera? Can you turn them on if you are here? Show your face na. It's our last day.
Saan man eh?
Hi, Ma'am Propia.
Hello.
I can hear you. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Ma'am
Yes.
Raisa Pulo.
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
Mi, asa man akong kanta ni pagkamera mi di? Tadi sa. Nansa akong kamera din.
Okay, Teacher Ellen, everyone, to our participants, Teacher Ellen just posted the link in our chat box, and that serves our attendance for today. So please open it. And I think we have to answer some questions that serves as our attendance for today, so that we are going to receive our certificate of participation and completion. Hi, Mom.
Our speakers were beautiful.
Wow, thank you.
Hi, Ma'am Giselle.
Hi, Ma'am Pai. Miss you too. Thanks, Ma'am Pai. So, can you see our koan, our link for today? Ma'am Ellen just posted it in the chat box. So please do open the link.
Works for mathematics.
So we'll give you some time to answer. And I'll just wait for the signal of Ma'am Ellen before we start the coaching program. Ay mag-answer sa day ko po. I'll be back. I will answer also.
Wala pa.
I I heard po someone in the background asking if nanabang attendance. Yes, ma'am. The link, uh, Ma'am Ellen just posted the link in our chat box. Please open the link for our evaluation that serves our attendance for today. Okay, we shall start now our closing program. To our Regional Director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot, CESO 3, the Chief of the Curriculum Learning Management of Division, Mamala Epra B. Magnaong, the Education Program Supervisor in SPED, Dr. Ellen B. Cabahog, to all Division Education Program Supervisors, Administrators, SPED teachers, and receiving teachers, once again, a lovely morning. Like I said this morning, it's just a matter of time before you know it. We're at the end of this virtual intellectual trip. So here we are in the closing program of the regional training on the utilization of K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities, brought to you by DepEd Region 10. Let me begin by sharing a quote from Martina Navratilova. Disability is a matter of perception. If you can do just one thing well, you're needed by someone. And that's exactly why we have been here online on the screen for straight 3 days. Truly, we cannot teach what we do not know. We've been learning skills packages needed by our learners with disabilities. We aim to teach them skills and pray that somehow they will master even just one. And we hope they be fine and better in the future. On behalf of the 611 registered participants to this training, two of us will be giving their impressions. So first is a SPED teacher from Inito Central School, Division of Misamis Oriental, Ma'am Lori Grace M. Akman. Virtual applause, please. Ma'am Laurie Grace, are you there? Hello, Ma'am Laurie Grace. I think Ma'am Laurie Grace internet connection is poor right now, so I think we're going to have our next next speaker. So so Ma'am Laurie Grace, you'll be the next after this na lang. Okay. So next is a SPED teacher from Bulwa Central School, Division of Cagayan de Oro City, Ma'am Maria Concepcion G. Llames. Applause, please.
Hello everyone. Maayong buntag Region 10. Madunggan ko.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Hello
welcome.
all. Sige, I am tasked to deliver my impression for our 3-day regional webinar. My due respect to our education program supervisor in Region 10, Ma'am Ellen Delante Cabahog, to our administrators in the region, to our division EPSs, co-SPED teachers, and receiving teachers in Region 10, fellow SPED advocates, good morning. I am indeed certain that everyone is feeling grateful for participating in this 3-day regional webinar on the utilization of the K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities. I myself is thankful for this chance, or for this is my first chance to meet SPED teachers from other divisions. Unfortunately, the pandemic took its toll and we could only meet virtually. And even so, we're able to maximize resources that help us to achieve our goals to master all these for our SPED learners. Inclusive education has always been one of the goals of the Department of Education. It aims to provide all children, regardless of abilities, the opportunity to be in school, to learn and grow. In the long run, inclusive education may result to inclusive community, to inclusive nation. The transition curriculum is one of the important projects of the Department of Education to respond to the needs of special education. It provides us with educational equity package that will support the education of special education learners. It benefits all types of learners. And with this, SPED teachers will be guided with the right content to teach to their students and eventually transition them to community independence. The transition curriculum is not anymore new to me. This was introduced to us in the division of Cagayan de Oro in 2019 when it was still fresh, or it was still a draft, I guess. But in this webinar now, we had a chance to look into the program in a more detailed and decisive structure. So allow me to continue my impression with an initialism. Let me start with the first letter. The first letter is letter B. B for befitting, which means suitable, proper, correct, fit, and right. The various packages of the transition curriculum target the individual needs of our learners with disabilities. With this, we can appropriately provide them with the correct intervention by placing them in the right entry point. The transition curriculum is indeed befitting for our learners with disabilities. Additionally, we had several revered and credible speakers who thoroughly and comprehensively discussed the transition curriculum content. Ma'am Sheena J. G. Manuel, our supervising education program specialist in the Bureau of Curriculum and Development. Ma'am Ellen Delante Cabahog, our education program supervisor in Region 10. Ma'am Mala Epra B. Bagnaong, our CLMD chief. Director Greg Pawilin, and of course, our division education program supervisors who presented to us all the packages of the transition curriculum. Ma'am Sally S. Aguilar, Ma'am Virginia N. Adayag, Ma'am Joanna Ruby Presente, Sir Ronnie Ray Portacion, Ma'am Jean S. Macasero, Ma'am Emelita F. Ray, and Ma'am Connie A. Imborong. We salute you and you befit to be on the spotlight in this webinar. Thank you for sharing your expertise to us. The next letter would be letter T. T for transition. After listening and getting all the details of the transition curriculum program, I must be ready, we must be ready to also transition our practices to lead to the full implementation of the transition curriculum. It is indeed necessary, as what Director Greg mentioned yesterday. The transition curriculum is our bridge to inclusion. We transition our teaching practices by providing appropriate transition interventions to our learners, for them to become skillful, free, and purposive persons, able to plan and manage their lives and attain their highest potential in society. Through this K-12 curriculum transition, of course. So, the last letter would be, any guess? I see some comments on the screen.
Letter S.
Okay, it's S, as in special education. I think we, the SPED advocates, the teachers, are the key characters to realize the success of special education programs of the Department of Education. We row the boat to the program's success. We sail our special education students to the port of victory. This is why we muster or gather today to make DepEd special education programs more established and developed. We continue to upskill to bring a better special education, our teaching procedures, our materials, and our interventions. Putting all letters together, it's BTS. Today, BTS isn't behind the scene or Bangtan Sonyeondan. To the BTS armies, please let me borrow the initials. So today, BTS stands for Befitting Transition of Special Education. We teachers and SPED advocates are the armies that can successfully bridge our learners with disabilities to greater heights. The K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities is a befitting transition program of special education to inclusive education, inclusive community, inclusive nation. There is no inclusion without transition, as Director Greg mentioned yesterday. So surely we'll make use of the transition curriculum or transition curriculum program to deliver a quality and appropriate education services to our learners with disabilities. Let's take the challenge to transition them smoothly, like butter, to their fullest potentials. I know we can do that because we don't need permission to teach and guide our children well. We'll continuously guide them for them to shine through like dynamite. Again, It's my pleasure to meet you and be part of this great learning and practicing experience, which gave me so much courage, hope, insights, learnings, joy, and space at the same time. Daghang salamat, Region 10, and congratulations to all of us. Thank you. Mayong buntag sa tanan.
Wow, a BTS army. That's Ma'am Koiki. That's
Bora
the name
head.
on your screen.
Yes, that's my nickname.
Yes, thank you so much, Ma'am Maria Concepcion, aka Koiki. So, hi, ma'am. Send my regards to teacher Crystal, if
Yes,
you
I
know
will.
her.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for delivering your impression really well. So, thank you for that, ma'am. And now let's get back to Ma'am Lori Grace M. Akman for her impression. I think Ma'am Lori Grace is not here, or is there something wrong with her internet connection? Wait lang.
Wala daw siya internet connection, ma'am.
Ay, okay. So we're sorry about that. Now let's proceed with our challenge. And to pose her challenge to us participants, ladies and gentlemen, a virtual applause to our Chief of Curriculum Learning Management Division, Mamala Epra B. Magnaong.
Hello? Am I clear now to the group?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Once again, a pleasant morning to everybody. You are now on the third day of your, I have to end na, your 3 days engagement, and I hope that was that the thing that I dream of, that you will have really a meaningful results of this 3 days engagement. I think I have to address my talk, not a challenge, but an appeal to everybody. You are being hired as a teacher in a SPED because you have the skill. You pass the requirement, and I believe most of our SPED teachers already a graduate of the course. So basically, you are prepared for that. But when you're already in the battlefield, there is that challenge that you cannot see when you are still at the academy. Diba? So makita mo pag you will now see face-to-face with the learners. And how are you going to do that one? So these are the challenges. You know, I encountered an article that totoo ba na nga ang mga special education teachers are easily burned out. Then I said, you're being trained with that. And I think you have to, what is that? First and foremost, you have to prepare yourself na this the task that I have, and please do not be easily burned out, because in America, ang ilang teachers there, the special education teachers, will leave their jobs after 5 years. And I hope you will have to end your career really as a special education teacher. So, and I hope the challenges that we have encountered is more on how to deliver, but not really, it's not in you as a teacher. You have to love your profession because that's your choice, diba? If you land as a teacher because you're forced to, but you were able to do it, then I think that's your destiny, that's your work, that's the task given to you by the Almighty Father. Like me, it's not my ambition to become a teacher, but I believe when my parents forced me to enroll with a course, when at first I really don't like looking at the education courses or subjects, but later I love the subjects, and I love the what is that, the syllabus of the Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education. So I love it. Then I believe this is really my profession, and I love doing my profession. So first and foremost, let's love our profession. First and foremost, because if you don't love your profession, there is really a great effect on how you're going to deliver. If you don't have the passion, then problema. So you have to earn that passion for you to have that very positive thinking, a welcoming activities always in yourself. Everything na iboto welcome sa imo and you're happy to do it. That will make you what is that an effective teacher. So first and foremost, you have to prepare ourselves and be a person that is so reliable and be a teacher that is resilient to what is happening in our profession. Today, we're being hit by 2 years na, no? We are being hit by the pandemic and I'm not sure on what is the effect on you. Being a SPED teacher, I hope you have that very good effect. Look for the opportunity of the pandemic. Let us look at well on the negative on it. Wala mo may mo, no? Kung natabo na gid na. You don't have a choice. Let's go back to our profession, our task. I know you are one of the so sa klase pa sa mga grupo sa teachers kining education teacher is being hit totally. It's because in dealing with students with difficulties, it is a must that there must be a teacher there every now and then. But unfortunately, we're not allowed. So, total good nga distance learning ang nahitabo. And I salute to all those teachers na in spite gigignan sila nga no face-to-face, but then they find ways to go to the school, to the homes of their parents, send them the materials. I really salute you. Thank you with that. Thank you for that passion. And thank you for continuing giving the education in spite of the hindrances, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the risk. So, ano gini mo ang pag-adto sa balay. And I know there are some teachers who are doing it. And God is counting on you for being passionate. So, kahit na lang, nakadungog niyo na yung mga maestra mo adto dito, then we just, nagpabungol-bungol na lang me. Because, though the AETF said no, but then you go there and we are happy with that. So, I hope you consider it as an achievement in you. Now, what are the greatest challenges that we have? There are a lot of things. First and foremost, how are we going to deliver the teaching and learning process where our students is at their home? That's why you need to be creative. So I'm appealing to the group to continue to be innovative. We got short of the materials, we got short of innovations. So please be innovative on how you're going to deliver that one. Iba ang case ninyo as education SPED teacher because you have a students who is not, shall we say, normal in dealing with normal in dealing with the regular teaching and learning process. So a lot of adjustment and a lot of considerations to do. And that is why what is that? Kung unang statement that I hope you have to take care of yourself. First, love your profession so that everything will be okay. Because if you don't love your profession, the problema anang na. You keep on complaining if that's the case. Then mutuon ako sa gestorya nga ang mga special education teachers usually after 5 years will be ang trabaho ng taglae. No? So I think it's not true in the Philippines, but I think in other countries, ganyan daw nga pangitabo sa ila. In our context, I know there are a lot of limitations. First and foremost, resources. And when we do the SLMs, wala nakafocus sa special education, sa mga special interest programs, like karang special science core ng mga eskwelahan. But we focus on the school-based, yung regular nga klase. The majority, because if you're going to look at the data, we have 1.2 million learners. And out of that 1.2 learners, only man lang, I think, wala raman tingali nag-abot og 25% who are on that area, like SPED and special interest programs, kana sila, wala sila SLMs. When we started the distance learning delivery mode. So that's the challenge to you. Though Though I know nga, I keep on telling Ma'am Ellen na kumusta na ang mga materials for the SPED classes, and you just innovate. You just do your work, and thank you very much for that. And continue to do some innovations. Continue to provide the things that our learners needs. Your needs is not the same with other class-based activities, because you have a very special students. Your students have special needs, and you have to create materials, to create strategies, to create time, to create activities that is appropriate to the type of learners you have, and that is quite a very huge task. Now, especially if there are special education teachers that's still teaching other learning areas, so juggling siya. And I salute with you with that. Other thing also that I'd like to ask from the group is the data collection of our learners. And we talk about data collection of our learners, ensure that the evidence of growth is there. When we do get data gathering, what is happening to our teaching and learning process, include always not their age, not their number, but include always the evidence of growth, meaning the progress of your learners. Easy to provide data on how many are in this particular disabilities, their age, their profile, dali ra nakwaon. But to look for the student growth is very challenging, because your area is quite different to the school, to those learners who are in the regular class. So it's a, what is that? You are trying to look at your own decision objectively, the growth of your learners, and that is very important. We need to diba, I'm so happy nga if you are in this particular field, you provide everything, and the smallest thing lang botos yung bata, and you will celebrate. Makahimo lang kay makatao na sa medyas and celebration already for a SPED teacher, di ba? I know it. Inana ang inyong happiness, and it's because it's already a great achievement. If a certain small thing is small sa ato, pero great job already and great accomplishment for our learners. So these are also the things that we're going to ask from you to create on how you're going to provide evidence of student growth. Making sure that the progress of our learners, not only for one, but if possible kung naa kay 5, ang 5 gyud na agi progress. And this is one of the things that we keep on asking, that sana you have that always progress chart of your, or tracking record of your learners as part of data collection, para naman will be justified na, oh, what we did is good. And if you have that also very good tracking device on the improvement of your learners, then that will also provide you a very good input on how you're going to do planning, on how to improve your innovation, on how are you going to give a very good decision. Diba? So kung naakay ingon ani nga database gyud nga tracking of your learners' achievement or accomplishment or growth of your student, then that's a very good source of your planning. That's a very good source of making decision. That's a very good source of creating or improving your innovation. And I know you have a lot of innovation because your class is different. And what is so challenging, because you will be the one to create for you. Kay ang DepEd wa man naghatagod og kanang material nga just like the SLX nga good for all. Sa SPED iba-iba gyud siya, very highly individualized way of the teaching our learners. So that's the challenge, no. So you have a very, ang inyong diversity of your learners is the thing that really add flavor to you. It's because you have to create one strategy for each learner. So meaning differentiated instruction is the challenge to you, and how are you going to deliver that one. I know na ang usa ka bata is equivalent sa 5 ba? Am I correct with that? One child is equivalent to 5 regular. learners. So if you have 5, so you have 10. Okay, 10 gidi ay just ko apin ako 5 lang. So one SPED learner is equivalent to 10 regular learners or school-based learners. So kaning regular learners kanang nasa regular class. So if you have 5, equivalent sa 50 day ka estudyante. That's why you have to educate your co-teachers. You have to educate your co-teachers. Kaya I know nga that's also a challenge kay our co-teachers sometimes cannot understand you, then they cannot appreciate your work. Sometimes kay di sila ka-appreciate ang ilang lima ra mga bata. Grabe ka na sa taga-SPED, lima ra kabuk ilang mga bata. So you have to educate them. You have to inform them. And I think it's not hard because they're also teachers. So you have to do a lot of advocacy for them to understand you and to provide support in you. Our teachers at the regular class should be given enough time also to consider you. So by doing it, you have to educate them. You have to explain to them. It's very important that they can understand so that they can provide support in you. So this is my appeal to you. Continue to innovate. Continue to create something that will provide your learners the learning that you are intended to, the learning that our plan of giving to the students, because one small improvement of your learner is already a celebration to all of us. So if we can bring these 5 SPED learners into a mature one who can be independent already, then that's a great celebration to all of us. And I think it's not only you or your principal will appreciate with you, or the department that someone up there will really count on you. It's because what you are bringing this certain child into a world that he or she can do it independently. Mao gina atong pinaka-core sa tanan. And I hope no ang kana imong 5 ka bata at the end of the school year will be part of the transition program, meaning pwede siyang mabutang sa regular class and will be happy with that. You'll be happy with. Actually, last day, ingon si Ma'am Ellen, ma'am, naatay mga new SPED items na sad. So I gave Ma'am Ellen a notice on it. But on the other hand, I was pondering ko, lalin, no? Gadaghan ang requirements sa SPED teacher. What is the reason with that? Because supposed to be, no, dapat magbubuo ang atong number of enrollees. But then, kung something is wrong with the health, something is wrong also with the advocacy of the parent, sila binagpaanakan, ano? Or, possible daghan ang gigawa sa Pilipinas. Munang, wala na ang atong mga SPED teachers, pila na lang kaamo nabilin, and it seems na the Department of Education having the inventory realize na dugangan nato ni sila of SPED teachers. So, mao na yung mga bagong SPED item rather. SPED item giabot sa region. And this was one of my, when I ponder nga, what's the reason? Nanggawas ba itong mga maestra? Nangundang na ba sila o tudlo sa SPED? O dagdaghan gid kaayo ang atong learners with disabilities? Mo na siya what is that? The thing that we ask, why we are giving more items on SPED. So, for those na wala pa item, you try. Kaya na mga giabot nga, I don't know how many items available, basta na giabot sa ato from the department, from CO. Okay, so that's it. And again, as what I told you, your being a special education teacher is a calling, I believe. It's a calling. And I hope you will retire as SPED teacher because that is your calling. So once again, a pleasant morning to everybody and have a blessed weekend. Back to you, dear host.
Thank you so much for gracing this program, Ma'am Epra. We will surely keep your challenges in our hearts, ma'am. We are up to those challenges and we are ready for battle. So thank you so much again, ma'am, for giving your precious time with us today. Okay, so at this juncture, Ma'am Ellen D. Cabahog, our education program supervisor, shall now take the lead in the giving of certificates. And after this, is her closing remarks. So digital cheers, please.
G, can you see my screen?
Yes, Ma'am Ellen.
Thank you. So this is the moment that you've been waiting for. Uh, it's not easy to attend a webinar, but due to the fact that this is the new normal, I guess we have to accept this new normal and indulge in the webinars. So let me present to you the Certificate of Participation. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, Zone 1, Upper Balulang, Cagayan de Oro City, 9,000. Certificate of Participation is presented to for his or her participation during the regional training and the utilization of the K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities via Zoom, conducted by the Curriculum and Learning Management Division on November 24 to 26, 2021. Presented in Cagayan de Oro City on November 26, 2021. This will be signed by our Regional Director, Dr. Arturo Bayo. Okay. So, let me proceed, G.
Okay, so we shall end this virtual gathering by a photo op.
Ajay, let
Okay.
me deliver my closing remarks, closing message. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to our regional director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayokot, for his full support in the special education program. To our chief, our mother in CLMD, Chief Malaepra B. Magnaong, for the guidance in the conduct of this activity. And of course, I would like to extend my gratitude to our divisions, SPED focal persons from the 14 divisions for the usual support in assisting our teachers in the special education program. Appreciation to our speakers for their valuable contribution to our activity. I would like to mention them. Miss Sheena Jade Manuel, Dr. Sally Aguilar, Dr. Virginia Nadayag, Dr. Joanna Ruby Presente, Dr. Ron Ray Portason, Dr. Jean Macasero, Dr. Emilita Ray, Dr. Connie Imborong, and Dr. Greg T. Pawilin. My deepest gratitude also to Ma'am Jo Valedor for allowing us to use her Zoom personal account that accommodated 500 participants yesterday. And of course, to the regional office ICT team who assisted me in this webinar, Ms. Fat and Sir Ralph, thank you very much. And of course, my deepest gratitude goes to all of you who attended this activity, our SPED teachers and our receiving teachers. You are a great help that make this successful, this as a successful event. There were a number of challenges we encountered as we go along with our activity, like the technical problems, internet connections, ang kasaba sa palibot, and others. But life must go on and we must continue. Thank you for your indulgence and for your consideration. We hope you gain something from the 3-day convergence, and may this activity enhance our capacity to help our learners, and may this inspire you to love them even more. And before I may end, I would like to convey special thanks to our host who did a great job in facilitating our activity. Miss Angel, Miss Pearl, and Miss G, and to Miss Liamis for giving her impression of this activity. So this is not the end. We still have more to look forward to. And I hope you will continue to spread your wings and continue to reach out to our dear learners. I would like also to know what are the training you would like to learn to. So let me end this closing remarks by sharing you the Mentimeter, where you can share your thoughts on the topics that you want to learn. Yes. Okay? Are we good now? Sige, let me share it again. The link is on the chat box, and you may use this code. Okay? So, Ma'am Silent, Mary Pasa. Okay, so this would be our basis in the regional office for future capability building for you. Okay, more are coming, so I'll just leave that open and I'll check on that later for reference. Okay, just continue to type in your answers. So with that, again, I would like to thank everyone. Daghan kaayong salamat. Salamat sa inyong consideration when we experience challenges and issues as we conduct this activity. So we hope we could see each other face to face soon. And dili na ingon ani. But for now, let's leave to this and hope to see you again in the future. Miss Michelle Rita. Okay, so thank you again, everyone. I'll give back the virtual floor to Miss G.
Okay, on behalf also of the participants, Ma'am Ellen, I would like to extend our deep appreciation to you for your effort in facilitating this regional training. So congrats also, Ma'am Ellen, for that. And thank you so much for this opportunity. And now I think let's proceed with our photo op. Okay, so everyone, may I request everyone to please turn on your camera.
One request, can we have it by division? Okay,
Okay.
hangyo ha. Una mag-open ang Bukidnon. Sige, alphabetical order para walay lalis. Bukidnon, participants from Bukidnon, open your cams. Bukidnon ha, Bukidnon. O, asa na ang uban? Bukidnon.
Okay, from the division of Bukidnon, where are you?
Murag dili man makaya, no?
Can we see
Okay,
all the...
sige. Ano na lang. Gather. Okay, sige na lang. Everyone open your cam. Let me screenshot. Ma'am Ressa Galaxy has started screen sharing. Yes, ma'am. Anyone? Anything you want to share? Ma'am, anything you want to share? You started screening po, Miss Pat.
Napindot ka na siguro.
Okay, thank you. Lami kay katawa si Sir Bambido. Oh, sorry. Okay, sige. By page na lang ta, mga igsuon. Okay, so first page. Let me screenshot the first page para makapture na ko tanan. Okay? Let me see your beautiful and handsome faces. Kaning gigamit ni Ma'am Jezebel Lanto, Sir Roy G, diri atubang aron makita imong kagwapo. Sir Roy G. Sir Roy G, diri atubang. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay? That's page 1 for a while. Save na ko para dili mawala. Let's proceed to page 2. Okay, page 2. Let me show you, let me see your faces. Okay, page 2. Salamat sa pag-open sa Canva. Okay. Page 2. Let's proceed to page 3. Okay. Smile. By the way, for our participants in YouTube, we will get your, I'll ask Sir Ralph or Miss Fatima para makuha inyong attendance din ha. Okay, page 4. Thank you sa nag-open sa page 4. Smile. Actually, di ko kay balo kung aha mo dapit ha. Continue lang yapon mag-smile. Page 5. Yay! Hi, Ma'am Ping. Smile, page 5. Okay. Pinama de si Madam Guapa diri ana to. Page 6. Page 6. Smile. Thank you. Page 7. Doc M, thank you very much. Page 7. Let's proceed to page 8. Uy, wala may nag-open sa page 8. Wala'y naka-open sa page 8. There are participants, but they're not opening their phone. Okay. Page 9. Wala kaya po yung nag-open sa cam, but let me screenshot and then almost there. Page 11. And page 12. Okay. So there you have it. There are only 277 left in this room right now. Again, for the copy, yes, I'll make a Google Drive for all the materials that was presented to you. And then I will share that drive to your division supervisors so they can share it with you. Okay, all the materials presented here. So I guess we won't be holding you. It's time for lunch. And again, our deepest appreciation. Salamat kaayo sa inyong tanan. Miss Chi.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so there you
Bye-bye.
have it. That ends the regional training of the utilization of K-12 transition curriculum for learners with disabilities. This has been Giselle and D. Igtos leaving you with a shout out, tutukan ang kakayahan, wag ang kapasanan. Sa DepEd, lahat dapat. Goodbye!
Thank you.
Hi, Ma'am Ellen. Hi, sa tanan. Hi, Ma'am Madrid.
Goodbye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ma'am Elsinore.
Hello, Sir Andre.
Ma'am Cindy. Hugs to your... Is that your student?
Yes, my son, ma'am.
Hi, hugs to him. Hi. Sir Bam, thank you. Everyone, salamat, salamat. Kung makaya, hi Ma'am Arcely, kung makaya ha, kung makaya sa schedule, we'll have the Filipino Sign Language December kung makaya. Filipino Sign Language. Okay, sige. Thank you again. Enjoy your lunch. Stay safe.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye, Ma'am Ellen, and thank you to all the participants.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye. Don't forget the evaluation. Okay? Ang evaluation that will serve as your attendance for today po. Thank you. God bless. I will be closing this room in 5, 4, 3, 2, my Mayans. 1.